So here's what I have so far for the middle scraper. You see, hold the actual scraper on. And here, I got this one bolted on here. I decided not to try and bolt this one in here because I'm never going to be able to reach that with my drill anyway. And I had to get a little creative to come up with adding this piece on here to give it a little extra strength since I didn't trust just the one bolt. But right now, it's not going to move. So I'm going to secure this on here, get it in position, lock it in place. Once that's done, well, it'll basically be done now, but the fine tuning. That looks good. Okay, so I got this top one tightened on and clamped to the scraper. So now we've got it back on, and it turns out it's a little uneven once again. By drilling these holes slightly oversized, I was able to reposition this so that it tilts up a little more and no longer threatens to drag on the thing. Mosquitoes are out. That is not working.
So there's a bird's nest in that white thing?
Seems like it. If I'm gonna get attacked by a bird, it's gonna be...
It's gonna go viral. Bird attack.
Oh yeah, there's nasty stuff.
Definitely a nest. So you're gonna push it out from in here?
That is what I'm hoping for.
Oh, that's really gross. So that's where like smoke goes out of and stuff and steam?
Yeah, the hot air and steam from the wet clothes.
Is it going out? Can you tell if it's going out or not?
I hope so. It's definitely... Oh, there.
There's light.
Yeah. Well, despite all my attempts otherwise, it looks like I had to unbolt the second scraper from its arm after all, if I'm going to bend it. Because my little propane torch did not seem to want to work. So, I'm going to use my big propane torch. The blower here, this hair dryer, is actually my blower for my charcoal furnace. Hair dryer like that on its cool setting with this dimmer switch is perfect for a charcoal furnace. But that's not this video. I may drag it out at some point. I'm just going to set this in here, I guess. Might even be good enough. I'll do a little more. I can finally figure out how to anchor this thing in there. Just like that. That's pretty nice, I'd say. My first, I don't know if you can even call that blacksmithing, but if you can, it's my first attempt. Pretty happy with it so far. We'll see. Middle is where one of the high points was. It's not touching. It feels like it's a little higher up over here though. So if I just tighten it up so it's about more like that, that'll be good to go. The inside of the wheel actually comes to about here, so I'll have to cut it off. Scrapers. We have scrapers. I mean, it's only curved a little, but yeah, at least it's curved a little. It's better than nothing. So I get this high temperature 2-part epoxy putty. Figure I might be putting some pretty hot sand in this thing sometimes, so I'm gonna try and use it to seal up the gaps around the edge of the wear plate where the sand was leaking down. Let's take off a little bit to start with. It's nice and soft. I've worked with similar putties before in other hobbies that I have, and it's never bothered me, but I don't know, if you're doing something like this you might want to consider wearing some gloves. Stuff smells a bit like burned matches, so it's probably made out of similar stuff to that Billy Mays Mighty Putty. Well, it's a day later. Putty's cured. Scrapers are in place. Everything's nice and solid. Bolted on. Gasket is there. So, I guess maybe it's a Muller now. I think I'm going to try the dry sand test one more time, just to see how this new scraper affects the overall function of it. Once that checks out, I'll try my my existing sand, which I know is good stuff. See how mulling affects it compared to what I'm used to doing. And if that works out, then it's time to make some new sand. Alright, but first things first, dry sand. There goes nothing. Does that sound a bad thing? I don't know. This is more than half of a 5-gallon bucket of dry sand. I don't know. I don't want to push my luck. But maybe this thing can handle this. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think if you've used one of these cement mixers to make cement. Did it sound like that? Be good to know. Oh, hope you can see here. I just took this piece off the bones of the old first attempt out of Muller. This trampoline spring. Look at this piece of bed frame, which I don't know. It might fit. I might be able to squeeze it in there. This stuff is hard as anything sometimes, and like, so I can take a chunk of this or something and drill a couple holes in it if I have to. But if I can use this, I will, because it's got this hole in it. It's going to be just about right. Well, they say every dog has his day. Can you believe it? It worked. The bolt holes fit. So it's already under some tension. Yep. I'm gonna put some dry sand in it. I can't wait to long enough to clear off my green sand bench to get my sand out of there and try it, because I have the dry sand right here. So now when I turn it upside down, the wheel just stays there instead of flipping over. Yeah, it looked to me like it was rolling easier with the spring on than it had been without the spring. So I'm encouraged by this. Tell me what you think about the horrible noise it was making. Is that supposed to happen? I'm not familiar with these machines when used as directed, much less modified to suit some kook in his backyard.